They're not a part two of a Color 10 News investigation. If you're voting absentee by mail from a different state this year, when should you send back your ballot to make sure your vote counts?
Last night, we looked for delivery delays within the Postal Service here in the Ozarks. Tonight, Dr. Brian Calfano tests the speed of the U.S. Postal Service from several states.
The U.S. Postal Service estimates it's a 2 to 3 day trip on average to get first-class mail to its destination. Does that mean that if you're out on the highways and byways and you send in an absentee-sized ballot, it's looking at a 2 to 3 day trip to Greene County? As David and Heather showed us last night, local ballots mailed from within Greene County arrived at our local Color 10 P.O. box within 1 to 2 mail days. But people who have to travel out of state, perhaps for work or to take care of a family member affected by COVID, need to know how long mail takes to get here. As you see, inbound first-class mail to Springfield is advertised as of July 1st to take 2 to 3 mail days to arrive, excluding Sundays. That sounds good, and there's still 40 days to get your ballot to Greene County. But, as Senator Roy Blunt told me recently, some may be torn about voting early.
That voters have a quandary here. One is you'd like to see as much of the campaign develop as possible, but two is you want to be sure if you're not going to go to the polling place and vote, that you vote in a way that your ballot in all likelihood gets there. And in our state, it has to be there by the end of the day on election day.
So if you want to wait till after some of the presidential debates to send in your absentee ballot, how much time are we talking about? To find out, I mailed envelopes the exact size and weight of a Greene County ballot using first-class postage on a 2-day road trip starting September 9th in Dry Ridge, Kentucky, and ending the 10th in Pacific, Missouri. In all, I made 14 stops at post offices in towns as small as 250 persons and as big as major metros like Louisville, Cincinnati, and St. Louis. What was the result? First, the good news. Mail from in-state took 3 mail days to get to our Springfield P.O. box. Though that's more than the Postal Service advertises, it's still within the wider time bound for mail sent within the continental U.S. and beats the new Postal Service mailers advising people to give ballots at least 7 days to make it by November 3rd. Now, the bad news. The average mail speed outside Missouri was 5 days. Even worse, the longest mailer took 9 mail days to arrive. That envelope from Walton, Kentucky is an outlier. But if it's your absentee ballot and you wait until late October to mail it, you might not have your vote counted. So what's going on with all these mail speeds? I asked Angelo Adnagnostopoulos, an analyst for the marketing firm Gray Hair, which tracks postal delivery times.
A lot of first-class mail, as an example, will travel on air transportation. But because of the unprecedented decline in availability, a lot of that now has to travel ground. You might be sending across town or across a few states and stuff, and could take 10, 12 days to deliver. In the example I think that you cited, what probably happened is that there was an outage, meaning employees were out.
This general lag in first-class delivery time is seen here, with the light blue bars representing first-class mail. Gray Hair's analysis shows that our 5-day mail average is in line with what it's tracking across the entire mail system. The Postal Service says 7, but we think up to 9 mail days to get your ballot to Greene County is the way to go, which is exactly what the Greene County Clerk's Office also recommends. In this time of COVID-related disruptions, making your ballot count this November means realizing that your first-class election mail may be traveling coach. Brian Calfano, Ozarks First.
Now keep in mind, in Missouri, you do have to request an absentee or mail-in ballot in order to get one. This year, every registered voter may request a mail-in ballot. All mail-in ballots must be notarized. The ballot has to be sent back through the U.S. Postal Service. You do not have to pay for that. The cost to mail your ballot is paid for by your taxpayer dollars. If you're voting absentee, it's a little bit different. You do not need a notary if you meet the incapacitated or the at-risk for COVID-19 reason listed on the application. All remaining absentee reasons do require notarization. That includes being out of the county on election day. See the Secretary of State's office website for all absentee reasons. Unlike mail-in ballots, you can return absentee ballots in person by mail or in person by a relative within the second degree.